Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
This is fielded at the 7.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Go! Now Daniels. Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Let's go now.
They'll run with Etienne.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Ready.
To throw is Daniels.
Eluding the pressure right.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Ready.
Back to the ground with Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Daniels looking to throw. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That one good for 26 and a first down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. As Shaheed going to go in motion. Here's Daniels. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Okay, ready.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Set up. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 18 Pioneer. Ready.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him. and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's a tap forward by Richardson. A little juke. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Set.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. This is taken at the 18. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 23 yards on the play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
And Shaheed going to go in motion.
Go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Check go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Thomas brings it in. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Etienne, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. One more time with Etienne. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Travis Etienne, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
18, Rattler,
And with
18,
time quickly
set.
fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively,
19,
offensively they want to play
19
this.
tight.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a 2nd and 10.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 79 Bronco. Panther 11, Panther 11. Get up.
Richardson working from the gun. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
19, Tiger, 19. Ready. Buffalo 18. Ready, ready.
Richardson out of the shotgun. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Okay, break.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Go.
Taylor going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
Set up.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And this time he is in. Jonathan Taylor, as time expires in the first half. And the Golden Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. They don't know if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Let's go.
Second down, another run with Taylor. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ready.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Richardson looking to throw this. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gay's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Ready up.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Go! Go!
Here's a 2nd and 7. Completed to Hyatt. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jalen Hyatt, 33 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Richardson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set. Lion. Ready.
Here's Richardson to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Dancing away at the 35. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to kick it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Daniels going to throw for it. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Here we go, set.
They'll start with the option. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone. And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Ready.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. Fights off the defender. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 48 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
70 Lions. Shut up. Go.
Now Richardson back to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Go! Set, go!
To throw from his end zone, Daniels. That one finds Hyatt. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Here we go, here we go.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready,
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Set. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18, Pioneer. Warrior 70. Ready.
Back to throw. Daniels. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Ready.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60. Hut, hut.
Richardson off the play fake. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Hines-Allen, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Possibly a turning point.
18,
Big
Rattler,
play
18,
coming.
ready,
This is
ready.
3rd and long.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Set up.
Richardson looking to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready. Ready, ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
70 Ranger. Go.
To the air goes Daniels. He connects with Hyatt. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Set. Hut.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's got his man, it's Hyatt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Set.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Ready.
He's back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here we go. Here we go. Get up.
Now an option play on second down. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Here's a tap forward by Richardson. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Go.
On the option left, Richardson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Orlando, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.